So MRES is an organisation started by myself and a small group of people just over a year ago, and we are focused on providing communication support and distributions of sort of what we consider to be essential survival gear and hardware. We work extremely closely with the community. We stay on site for very long periods of time.
100 kids, many families just outside. These people just got nothing. Like, they shower outside and cook on whatever rubbish they can find to make heat. So this is just a typical day. It's probably about over 100 people using the charging station which we got. So we got a couple of generators, a few charging boxes.
We are charging somewhere in the region of 500 to 800 devices a day. And then of course the Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi is probably one of the most important pieces of aid because it just gives everyone so many more options. It's so easy to set up, literally just turn it up, plug it into the generator, put the antenna up, and it's on and go, and everyone can log on. Like, everyone's really happy with it. It's better than the house Wi-Fi.
It's become an absolutely standard but integral part of our daily setup. I would say the most valuable use of it is for communication to your loved ones. And we have guys here who download films and music, which keeps them entertained and I think sane throughout the long evenings.
And he turns up with a speaker, so normally someone's plugged straight into the Wi-Fi and all of a sudden everyone's up dancing. You don't normally think that would happen with a bit of Wi-Fi, everyone would just be on their phones, but when someone brings the speaker, phones go down and everyone starts partying.
Before we got the Jangala Wi-Fi, people were entirely dependent on using it in a restaurant or a cafe. I couldn't imagine not having it now. I certainly couldn't imagine coming here and not having it on offer. It's become just like the phone charging or something, which is absolutely, like I say, I'll bare minimum. Even if we run out of money for everything else, we'll still be offering phone charging and Wi-Fi.